Hey, happy Monday and happy May Day. I'm Angie Rose with Angie Rose Health Coaching, and I'm here today to talk to you and visit with you about our Monday Mojo. So today's Monday motivational speech, class, video, whatever you'd like to call it, is actually on mental toughness. So I want to break this down for y'all and just visit with you a little bit about what I mean by mental toughness. You know, most people, when they're going after a goal, they're very focused. You'll hear them say things like, if you really want it, you'll just make it happen. And, you know, the truth of the matter is, if desire of wanting something to happen was enough to make people follow through, I probably wouldn't have a job, because almost everybody desires to feel better, to look better, to exercise more, whatever it may be, whatever your goals are. And you know what? I want to say this too. It's not really luck. It's not genetics. It's not that somebody's just born with it, that they follow through and do the things they need to do. I think, honestly, we believe that. Well, so-and-so or Angie just does it because she's just good at that. Or your best friend's just good at losing weight whenever she needs to because she's just good at that. And she is determined, and she is, has mentally just prepared herself, and she can do anything. The truth of the matter is, this is a very learned technique and a very learned skill for most people, including me. You know, when I first started losing weight years ago in my 20s, I absolutely had no idea what I was doing, how it was supposed to work. I was learning as I went, trying to figure it out, falling, getting off the wagon, getting on the wagon, doing whatever I needed to do to try to make it happen. But through those years of trying to figure out how to get healthier, to feel better about myself and do what I needed to do, honestly, I learned something. I learned mental toughness. I realized, like, nobody is going to do this journey for me. I have to be able to do it. So when I say mental toughness, what I mean by this is grit, or personal responsibility and accountability to what needs to happen in my life. You know, there's always going to be things that come up, time-wise, family-wise, health-wise, you name it. I think most people that come in and work with me, something ends up going on and there's a struggle. And they feel like they're just on the struggle bus, and like, why all of a sudden is all this stuff happening now? Because people will say to me, like, I want to work with you once I get done with this, or I want to do this when I'm finished with this, or when my kids are grown, or when summer comes, you know, whatever it might be, when it gets warmer outside, or when it's colder outside. There's always going to be a reason, guys. And that's the thing is, you know, people who accomplish their goals and go after them, they look at the reasons and they actually figure out how to be tough through the reasons and follow through. So I want you guys to know something. When I say mental toughness, I'm not necessarily talking about being a drill sergeant in your life. Okay, like cutting yourself no slack, never letting yourself off the hook, and of course giving yourself no grace or mercy. But we also don't want to be on the other side of that ditch, or that road in the other ditch, which is all the mercy, all the grace, and always giving yourself the opportunity to get off the hook. Okay? It's exactly the opposite of that. Mental toughness is more about focus and determination when the challenges pop up. Okay? Because I say when, because they're going to. There's always something. Schedules are always going to change. But this really comes back to being resilient in those moments and realizing, like, okay, just because I missed a workout doesn't mean that I failed and I don't have to do the rest of the week. I'll just start on Monday. Or, hey, the office ordered in food today and I started my plan today, but I don't want to be disrespectful to my boss and not join the meal. So now I'm just going to wait till next Monday. Okay, that's not resilient. That is not being flexible in the fact that I'm sticking to what I need to do. It's being flexible and not using that mental toughness of getting right back on track the next meal, the next workout, the next day, right? So let me talk a little bit about this. When we think about mental toughness, ultimately, it really does come down to, it's about loving yourself enough to follow through and to take care of you. Your goals deserve to have your attention, okay? And I just want to say this, that honestly, I know where I came from, and if I was capable of doing it, I absolutely know you're capable of doing it, okay? There is nobody that cannot do what they need to do if they honestly make that decision to follow through and take care of you. The truth is, guys, you deserve it. You deserve self-care. You deserve to feel good and empowered about the choices that you're making. You also deserve to feel some control or in control about what's going into your mouth, how you're using your body, and what you're doing to feel good, right? Like meaning the right stuff. So, do you want to see firsthand what I'm talking about? I want to say to you, I want you right now to come up with one thing that you can do this week and stick to. Okay? Maybe there's something in the back of your mind. I'm not saying all the things. Okay? I know there's always things we need to do better. So I'm not asking you to pick all the things. I'm asking you to pick one thing. But, you know, the reality of it is, with one thing, if we start with one thing, I think honestly, we're going to be able to follow through. Okay? Now, here's the one thing I want to point out. This isn't even something I wrote down. This is side note. Okay? We do not have to be perfect. And most of us are pretty perfectionistic that if I don't do it all, then why do anything? So I know I'm going to speak to some people today because I know a lot of you guys watch my video. And the truth is, I'm not asking for perfection. I'm asking for attention to detail, that you will make the point. I'm trying to figure out how I want to say it, but you will make the point to follow through. So if today changes and I couldn't get it done, doesn't mean I don't do whatever it is tomorrow. Okay? So follow through. So what is the one thing you can do this week that will bring you closer to your goals? Okay? Choose something that you know that you actually have the time and the resources for. What we do, guys, is we pick the big thing that's going to be the hardest thing that we need to do, and then we can't get it done right away. So we lose motivation, and then we feel like a failure, and then we beat ourselves up, and we feel shameful, and we just quit. Okay? So let's build. It's kind of like the snowball, right? In like Dave Ramsey's snowball debt relief. You do the little thing first, and then you do the next thing, and then the next thing, and the next thing you know, you're on a roll, and you're getting stuff done. Okay? So maybe some examples might be, you plan your workouts for the week and you're going to hit all your workouts. Maybe this week it's avoiding processed or junk food for the week. Okay? Maybe it's getting up every morning and taking time to pray. But you guys keep hitting the alarm and saying, not today, I'll pray later. And then you don't. So maybe it's not getting up an hour early. Maybe it's getting up 15 minutes earlier and spending 15 minutes in prayer versus an hour because you feel like it's not good enough unless you do a whole hour. Okay? So I want you guys to think about the level of your goals and what your expectations out of yourself are, and figure out how to start small and build that snowball to where now it's just my normal life and it's rolling good. Right? Rolling on down the hill. So now you picked your one thing. You know what I need you to do? I need you to commit and follow through. Okay? So when we make commitments to ourselves, a lot of times what ends up happening is we feel like, hey, well, I made that commitment to me, but who cares? Nobody knows that I did it except me. So nobody knows I failed but me. And so then we automatically choose to quit. Okay, so what I'm asking is below in the video, I want you to let me know your one thing you're going to commit to this week that's going to move you closer to healthy living and a healthy goal. Okay, so If this is something you really honestly struggle with, I am the health coach. I am a life coach. I am really good about helping you guys commit, be accountable, and follow through. Even when things don't look like you think they should look or life springs up on you. And I help you guys to really get in the habit of doing this over and over and over again. So if you need a little extra help, I'm here. I want you to give me a call. I offer a 1-hour free consultation to learn what my program's like, how I would work with you, how I would tailor it to you and help you to follow through, guys, and use that mental toughness that I know you have, that you think you do not. You think you're weak or you're incapable or you feel like you just are not knowledgeable enough, maybe, but that's where I come in to help you. Okay. So my phone number is 308-850-2419, or you can visit my website, angierosehealthcoaching.com. Do a contact me form and we'll give you a call back, set up a time to come in and do a 1-hour free. Visit with me, learn more. But guys, I know you're super capable. I know you're mentally tough. I know you love yourself enough to do the right thing and to take care of you. So put in the comments the one thing you're going to work on this week and you're going to follow through with. All right. I will see you next week. Have an amazing May Day. Looks like it's going to be a nice day. The wind has died down and a high of 60 today. So get your butt out there and get some sunshine and breathe that fresh air without being blown away. And we will see you next Monday. Bye.